As human beings who are made to the image of God, we were created to create. And He gave us the ability. No other thing ever created has the ability to think the way that we do, and to plan the way that we do, and to strategize the way that we do. So as we have our dreams and we have our goals and we have things that we want to accomplish, we really dishonor God when we don't execute on those giftings. When we don't use the ability that He has given us to create, we're not fulfilling our calling. Us humans are the only beings with the ability to create through planning. Animals can create, they can reproduce, but they don't plan on it. It's just the way that they were created. However, we as humans, we have the ability to think, to plan, and to create. And that ability comes from God. The Bible says, in the beginning, God created. In the beginning, God created. So before He ever made a miracle, before He saved us, before He forgave us, before anything else, any other quality that we know of God, the first thing that He did is that He created. He created. And as human beings who are made to the image of God, we were made to create. We were created to create. And He gave us the ability. No other thing ever created has the ability to think the way that we do, and to plan the way that we do, and to strategize the way that we do. So as we have our dreams and we have our goals and we have things that we want to accomplish, we really dishonor God when we don't execute on those giftings. When we don't use the ability that He has given us to create, we're not fulfilling our calling. And if you think about the times that you felt the most fulfilled, if you think about the moments where you felt the most accomplished, it was probably a moment where you created something that you were super proud of yourself. It was probably some moment that you did something, you created something, you performed something that you were extremely proud of yourself, and you were like, I've made it. I'm very proud, I'm fulfilled. And the reason for that is because we were made to create. So every time we create, every time we use our giftings, we are literally doing what we were created to do. We were literally doing what we were born to do. Like I said on Genesis 1st, it says that the Lord, He says, in the beginning God created. But there are three things that are crucial in order for us to create. And the first thing is that we have to find a problem. And what I mean by that is this. When we look at Genesis and we look at the beginning of the Bible, we look at the beginning of everything. It says that the earth was formless and empty, and that darkness covered the waters. So there was a problem, and the problem was that there was no form, the earth was empty, and it was dark. And if we want to create better, we have to be aware of the problems surrounding us. If we want to be better creative people, we have to be aware of problems, because once we are aware of those problems, then we can come up with solutions on how to solve those problems. And those are the best businesses, are the ones that solve the most problems. The best ideas are the ones that solve the most problems. The best careers are the ones, or I should say the most successful people on any career are the ones who solve the most problems through their careers. And once we understand those problems around us and we become better at solving them, the more impact we're going to create and have upon others. That's why when we look at Amazon, that's why they're so successful, because they solve about 1.6 million problems a day. And that's how many orders come through Amazon every single day. So they're solving 1.6 million problems, because that's one more time that someone doesn't have to go to the store to buy something. So it's solving them a problem. And in the same way, like I said, the best businesses are the ones that solve the most amount of problems. Then let's keep talking about what the Bible says. It says that when God separated the light and from the darkness, and he created the night and the day. And separation to me means structure. So the first thing that we need is to find a problem. The second thing that we need is that we need structure. Every dream needs structure. If you want to make your dreams come true and you want to accomplish them, those dreams need structure. You need structure in your daily living. You need structure in your Christian living. You need structure in your practical living. And I see so many people who have amazing dreams. They have amazing goals. And when you look at those on paper, they look incredible. But when you look at the structure that those people have, they either lack one or it sucks. and we have to understand that to the size of our structure, or the effectiveness of our structure, that's how effective our plans will be. And I see, like I said, I see a lot of people that have amazing plans, amazing dreams, and amazing things that they want to accomplish, but they lack the structure. And if your structure is not strong enough to sustain your dream will never come to happen. If the structure that you have in your own personal life is not strong enough to support your dream, it's never going to happen. Same thing we can apply to our Christian life. If our structure is not strong enough to support our life, our Christian living, the struggles that we go through, the trials and things that we face, then we're not going to succeed at this thing called life. So structure is so important. The most successful people, no matter the area, have the best structure. They have learned how to structure their lives in a way that empowers them to get more things done, to accomplish more. And when they get in difficult moments, that structure allows them to come back to alignment. And I think that that's one of the most important things that a structure can do for us, is that it can bring us back to alignment. When something happens where we lose our focus, if we just focus on our structure, then it can help us get back on track. So many dreams fail because of lack of structure, and God has the most perfect structure that there is, and we see it time after time in the Bible, but also in our own lives, in our daily living. We see how God is so structured, how there's a day, how's the night, how there's separation from the waters and the land. There's so much structure in who God is that it would be unwise to not strive to have structure like that. It would be unwise to not try to follow that same pattern. And our goal, right, as Christians is to be more like Him. So as we progress in our lives and as we progress in our dreams, we want to be able to grow in the way that we structure ourselves and we structure our planning. And then the Bible says that God created Adam and Eve, and He told them to be fruitful and to multiply. And what I get from this is that if my dream ends with me, it's not big enough. And this is what I mean by it. God could have easily created everyone that He needed right at that moment. The 7 billion people that we have today, He could have created them all at once in the moment of creation, but instead He created 2 people, and He made them a part of His plan. He made them a part of his vision. He included them. In other words, it wasn't just God's dream. Now it became Adam and Eve's dream. And I think that as we build things and as we create things, it should not only be for ourselves, but it should be for others. In a way that when we're no longer here in this world, our dream can still be alive and impacting people and doing a good in this world. So that's what I said at the beginning or a few moments ago, that if my dream is going to end with me, then it's not big enough. If you're dreaming and the moment you are not in this world anymore, or the moment you walk away from that business, or you walk away from that idea dies, or that structure dies, then that means your dream is not big enough. You're not dreaming big enough. So as you progress in these three areas, I want you to be able to take some action steps, and I want you to be able to have them as your goal, your end goals in mind, so that you can keep that perspective, and you can every day you can follow those actionable steps. So as you look into creating, as you look into building things, the first thing again is to find a problem that your dream can solve. Find a problem that your dream can solve. If you have a problem, if you have a circumstance, there's 100% chance that other people are having the same problem, or are having the same struggle, or know someone that are going through the same struggle that you have. So find a problem that you can solve, that your dream can solve. The second thing is to create structure. We cannot do anything without structure. We cannot accomplish anything if we don't have structure. So create structure, honor structure, keep structure, and apply it to every single area of your life. And then the last thing is to include others. Allow others to be a part of your dream. Allow others to be able to carry that with you, so that the moment you're not here anymore, that dream is still alive. That idea, that business, that church is still here, blessing people, helping people, doing good in this world, reaching more and more as time goes by. And more than anything, just honoring God through time. So the moment you die, is your dream gonna die with you, or is it going to continue blessing others? Thank you for listening to the Dreams Factory podcast. I'll see you guys next week.